Hello mga lalabs! Good evening! Paano nga ba ako nakapunta dito sa Japan? Ayan, yung mga linyahan ng mga ALT vlogger dito sa Japan. So, I was able to come here through JET program or Japan Exchange and Teaching Program. And ano nga ba po yung JET program? So, ito po ay isang programa ng Japan na naglalayong palakasin ang ugnayan ng Japan at mga iba't ibang bansa. So, every year, or kada taon, nagpapadala sila ng mga participants from other countries. So, last year, 2023, until this year, so, year 2023 and 2024, ang mga partner countries ng Japan ay 50. Yan. So, hindi lang po from the Philippines yung mga kinukuhang teacher or assistant language teacher, but different countries. So, US, New Zealand, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and marami pa pong iba. Ayan. So, ang i-discuss ko po ay yung application last year. So, lahat po, usually, ng mga nagtatanong about JET program, tinatanong po kung kailan ang opening. So, unfortunately, hindi pa po siya open this year, but expect it to be opened in September or October. Pero para sure, please follow the FB page of Embassy of Japan in the Philippines dahil doon po sila nag-a-announce ng official opening ng JET program. So, as for the record, so this was last year's application. So, JET program application last year started on September 13th, 2023. Tapos, yung end date naman po niya ay November 17th, 2023. So, kung bibilangin po natin, parang 2 months lang po siya nag-open. So, from September 13th to November 17th. Ayun po. So, 2 months lang po. So, every year po may opening, pero again, it would be best for you to follow the official page or FB page ng Embassy of Japan in the Philippines. Hi, Ma'am Lim! Thank you for dropping by. So, if you have questions po, you can comment down below and I can answer your question on live. Ayan. So, ano nga po ba yung mga positions na pwede nating applyan under the JET program? So, may 3 positions po, pero hindi po lahat ng positions pwede po nating applyan. So, ang unang position po ay yung ALT. Ito po yung very common, Assistant Language Teacher. So, I will be discussing more about this later on. So, ito po yung aking trabaho dito sa Japan. So, I'm not the main teacher, but I am an assistant language teacher. And then, the second position, coordinator for international relations. Or ito naman po yung tinatawag na CIR. Hindi po siya common na ina-applyan na nating mga Filipino JET participants dahil isa po sa requirements ay high degree of fluency in Japanese. And sa population po ng JET participants, 10% lang po ang CIR. So, I think some Filipinos landed CIR position, pero I think there were only 1 or 2 CIRs last JET program. Yes po. Send off. Ayun po. Tapos, yung last position naman ay yung SEA or SEA or C. So, it stands for Sports Exchange Advisor. So, hindi po tayo kasali dito. So, ang pinaka-common po ay ALT, Assistant Language Teacher. So, before ko po sabihin yung mga requirements, yung mga processes, yung mga eligibility, sagutin po muna natin yung tanong ng mga commenters ko dito sa ating FB Live and previous videos. What are the benefits of becoming an ALT. So, number 1 po dito ay salary. So, pinag-uusapan po namin to ni Ma'am Len sa, sa private message kanina. So, for the first year ALTs, you are to receive 280,000 yen per month. Ayan po. Pero meron rin pong mga taxes and insurance. So, mga take-home nyo po siguro ay 250,000 yen. Mga ganun po yung range. So, that was also my range during my first year of being an ALT here. Tapos, habang tumatagal po kayo dito sa program, papataas po ng papataas. Ayan. So, happy na po ba kayo? 280,000 yen for the first year ALT. So, second benefit is for you to explore and learn more about Japan culture or Japanese culture. Dahil ang JET program po ay it's not solely a job opportunity, pero ito po ay isang exchange program. So, you are not only here to teach English, but you are also here to be ambassador of our culture, Philippine culture. And in exchange, you will also learn Japanese culture. And then number 3, of course, you will enjoy traveling Japan. Pero of course, with your own money na. Yan. So, hindi po sagot ng inyong kumpanya ang inyong paggala, ha? Unless may business travel kayo or ipapadala kayo sa ibang prefecture to support a student, o kaya para samahan ang student for speech contest, ganyan. So, isa po siya sa mga perks of being an ALT. And then, number 4, free airfare. So, may nagtanong po sa akin kung sino po ang sasagot ng airfare. Ito po ay sagot ng ating employer. Ayan po. Kaya naman po yung ating mga employer dito, sobrang sad. O kaya, super disappointed if a JET participant comes here in Japan after nabayaran yung airfare, after na set yung apartment, ganyan, tapos hindi tatapusin yung contract, o kaya naman mag-e-end ng contract, parang lugi sila, kumbaga. Kasi ang laki po talaga ng investment nila sa atin. Airfare, gayon. Tapos, free pa po yung training in Tokyo. Yun naman po yung pang-5. So, before po kayo i-dispatch sa inyong placement, magkakaroon po kayo ng training sa Tokyo. So, yung accommodation ninyo sa hotel, libre pa rin po ng inyong employer. Ma'am, may opening po ba sa school niyo? If ever meron po, hindi po ba kayo pwede mag-recommend? Ma'am, unfortunately, wala pong open. Kasi po yung employer ko po ay yung City Hall, nitong city namin. Tapos, it's been 7 years na hindi na po sila nagdi-direct hire. So, whenever they need an assistant language teacher, talagang sa JET program po sila kumukuha. Kaya nga po ako, ma'am, di ba po yung maximum contract ng JET program ay 5 years. So, after my 5th year, I would have to go back in the Philippines, or if I would love to stay here, I need to find another company or another school where I can work. Ayan po. I would love to recommend you po, and also my friends and my acquaintances, but I couldn't. Ayan po. So, next, number 6, we have teaching materials. So, I know the difficulty kung gaano kahirap mag-invest ng teaching materials sa Philippines. So, sometimes, yung sahod ko po noon as a teacher in the Philippines, mas nauuna pang nauubos for teaching materials. Pero dito po sa Japan, I'm happy to say na usually, if you are in elementary and junior high school, wala na po kayong mga problemahin sa teaching materials dahil it's provided by the school. And then, if you need something na hindi readily available, you can request it. And they would order it for you. Ayan po. So, last time, I needed a lot of stickers for my English board. I just requested them. And then, I received it after 3 days. Ganun po siya. So, sobrang nakaka-happy lang kasi unlimited printing, unlimited laminating. Ayan po. And then next, just a disclaimer though, every situation is different. So, as for paid leave, I have 20 annual paid leave. So, iba pa po yung holidays, and then yung 5 summer leave, and yung 20 sick leave. So, sobrang dami pong pwedeng i-take na leave. So, kaya po ako makakapagbakasyon sa Pilipinas this summer because naipon ko po yung 20 paid leave ko plus yung 10 paid leave ko last year. So, may 30 po akong i-enjoy. Ayan, kaya magwa 1 month tayo sa Pilipinas. Ayan, tapos sa sick leave po, hindi po kesyo may sakit kayo, pwede na po kayong mag-sick leave. You also need to have medical certificate from a physician. So, yun nga lang po. And then, ito po yung paborito ko sa lahat na benefit. You can get your dependents. So, sino nga po ba itong mga dependents? So, they are your immediate family member. This is your spouse or your child or children. So, paano po kung jowa? Unfortunately, hindi po siya pwede. Paano po kung kukunin ang parents o kaya naman po yung mga kapatid? Hindi po siya pwede, but they can visit you. So, they can have another type of visa, pero hindi po siya yung dependence visa. So, unlike sa dependence visa, may limit lang po yung stay nila, around 90 days. Pero sa dependence visa po, kung ano po yung granted duration mo, ay ganun din. So, say for example, I was granted 3 years stay here in Japan. So, when my husband applied for a residence card, he also has to he would also stay here in Japan for 3 years. Yan, so same lang po. So for example, I will renew my residence card, and if I will be granted 1 year, so same rin po sa kanya. Ayun po. And then last benefit, your contract. So the duration of contract is 1 year. Pero renewable po siya. So maximum is 3, but if you have very good performance, it can extend up to 5 years. Ayan po. Hello po sa ating mga viewers. Grabe, ang init po, no? Ayan. So now, let's move on to the duties and responsibilities of an assistant language teacher. So, ito naman po, yung mga next na pag-uusapan po natin, galing na po ito sa previous JET program application na na-open last year. So, as I discuss this one, I will also give my personal or share my personal experience. But again, do note, every situation is different. My experiences may not be exactly the same as other ALTs. So, key duties and responsibilities ng assistant language teacher. So, number 1, you will work in private or public schools or local board of education in the prefecture or municipality. And then, your primary task is to assist in classes led by a Japanese teacher. So, hindi po tayo ang main teacher, bagkus assistant language teacher lang po tayo. So, ang main teacher po talaga ay yung Japanese teacher. So, here are the duties. So, number 1, assisting in the preparation of teaching materials. So, marami po tayong mga desk warming sometimes, and the best way for you to spend your desk warming is to prepare for your materials. So, may isang tanong po. So, I usually get this question, gumagawa pa po ba kami ng lesson plan? So, depende po sa inyong Japanese co-teacher. So, based on my experience, I never experienced writing a lesson plan here in Japan. Pero I've heard na some schools or some ALPs, they are required to write one. So, depende po talaga sa inyong co-teacher. So, number 2, you will help in planning and supervising extracurricular activities for students such as English club or sport activities. Ayan. So, I tried to be a facilitator of an English club before. So, super happy naman po niya. May format din ba sila ma'am ng LE? Actually po, since I've never tried writing one, hindi ko po alam yung particular order. Pero during observation po pala. During observation, may mga ilalapag po sila sa inyong table. Mga lesson plan po ng ibang teachers. Parang ano po siya, two columns po siya. I think teachers part and then the students part. Parang ganun po siya, semi-detailed lesson plan kumbaga. Ayan. Di bali po, ano naman po yung lesson plan? Parang it depends on the school kung ano po yung format nila. So once you come here and they tell you to make a lesson plan, for sure po ibibigay naman po siguro nila yung lesson plan format. Yan. So number 3, organizing cultural and international exchange program. So dito naman po, you can be so creative. You can make English board to introduce Philippine culture. And then, for 2 years now, I've been doing Filipino-Japanese online exchange. So, I have partner schools sa Philippines. And then, may online interaction yung mga Japanese and Filipino students. So, super saya lang po kasi they get to interact with each other, and then they get to learn each other's culture. So, pinag-usapan po nila yung Japanese food, Philippine food, yung mode of transportation, yung ating mythical creatures po, yung mga tikbalang, mga nuno sa punso, mga ganyan, gustong-gusto ng mga Japanese. Tapos, we also talked about festivals. Ayun. Tapos, you can also try card exchange. So, I tried this with a Taiwanese school. So, yung level nga lang po ng English ng mga Japanese, medyo mas mababa po siya kaysa sa Philippines and sa Taiwanese. So, yung nangyari po last year, may grade 7 students, nakipag-exchange po sila ng cards to grade 4 students in Taiwan. Parang ganun po. Yan. Pero with proper guidance din naman, for sure magiging successful po yung mga naiisip ninyong cultural exchange activities. Yan, dapat thorough planning lang talaga. And make sure na you are deciding with your Japanese co-teacher para wala pong mga aberya o kaya naman all good yung inyong schedules. Yan. So, eligibility requirements. So, again po this is from the previous JET program application. It doesn't actually make sense dahil from the previous application, but it also perfectly makes sense dahil every year po, almost the same rin lang po yung mga requirements na hinihingi. Although, make sure na once the application opens, you have to check kung may mga updates and changes. So, ito po yung mga eligibility requirements. So, number 1, you should be interested in Japan and be willing to deepen your knowledge and appreciation of Japan. So, you should be motivated in participating in your local community events, and you should make an effort in studying the Japanese language, I should say. So, actually po, it makes a huge difference if you know the Japanese language talaga. So actually po, hindi naman po siya requirement na alam nyo po mag-Japanese. So I came here with 0 Japanese, pero I struggled a lot. So habang maaga pa lang po, habang nasa Pinas pa po kayo, you should learn or study Japanese para hindi po kayo mahirapan dito sa Japan. Ayan, so number 2, you should be both mentally and physically healthy. So, isa po sa requirements before your departure, you should get a medical certificate from a POEA accredited hospital or medical facility. So, you should be dapat physically fit po kayo. And of course, emotionally and mentally fit din. So, number 3, you should be willing and able to adapt to living and working in Japan. Lalo na po kung mapapadpad kayo sa Inaka. If we say Inaka, ito po ay province. So, may mga times na mapupunta po kayo sa islands o kayo naman sa rural area kung saan mag-isa nyo lang po, ganyan. So, you need to adapt to the living conditions ng inyong placement. And then, number 4, you should hold a bachelor's degree or higher. So, ito po, hindi po compulsory na education graduate kayo or major in English. Although, additional points po siya if you graduated any education degree. Pero if you are a graduate of IT or nursing, o kaya naman culinary arts or anything na bachelor's degree or higher, you can definitely apply sa JET program. Ayan po. And then, of course, you should be a Filipino citizen. So there's a question, what if you have dual citizen, like you are a Japanese and Filipino, or you have a Japanese and Filipino citizen, you can still apply, but before you accept the offer, you should renounce your Japanese citizenship. So, dapat Filipino citizen ka lang. Ka lang, or yun po, isa lang po yung iyong citizenship before you depart and go here in Japan. And then next po, ito na, maraming nagtatanong po kung talaga bang dapat fluent sa English. So, according po sa eligibility requirement, you should be adept in contemporary standard pronunciation, rhythm and intonation in English, and possess excellent language ability that can be applied accurately and appropriately, and have the ability to form sentences in a comprehensive and logical manner. So dito po, you should have a very good command of the English language. So we don't have to speak like a native American or English person. So hindi nyo po kailangang talagang gumamit ng mga deep words or highfalutin words. Basta po yung pag-English ninyo, you have a standard pronunciation na clear and understandable, and you should relay your thoughts and feelings in English. Yun po. Of course, our English naman po is not, yung parang super flawless. I do admit po, yung pag-English ko po, sometimes I also have flaws, especially sa prepositions. Dahil, di ba po, yung prepositions naman po sa Pilipinas, parang mag-isa lang. We only have sa, mesa, sa kama. Dito po sa English, napakarami. May in, on, at, under, below, underneath, over, into, unto, di ba? So, yun po. Basta you have a very good command of the English language. You can speak clearly, understandably, and you can compose sentences in logical manner, or your sentences make sense. Ganyan. So, these are all tested through the documents that you will pass. So, isa po sa mga requirements ay statement of purpose or essay. And then, there you will explain why you want to be an assistant language teacher here in Japan, why Japan, ganyan. So, makikita naman po yung ability ninyo sa paggamit ng English sa inyong mga requirements, sa demo, sa interview, and sa exam. Ayan po siya. So, just be confident po. And then, mag-review na po kayo. Ngayon pa lang ng mga basic parts of speech, o kaya naman yung mga SVA, subject verb agreement, yung mga subject, and then yung form ng verbs or tenses of verbs, mga ganun po. And then next, you should have not participated on the program since 2021 and must not or not have participated on the program for more than 6 years in total. So, yun po. I know someone, nakabalik po siya sa JET program. So, if you were a previous JET program participant, basta hindi po kayo lumagpas ng 6 years, at saka hindi po kayo naging participant since 2021, pwede po kayong mag-apply uli. So, I know someone, he was a previously JET program participant, pero 2 years lang po yung kanyang tinapos on his first participation. So, po siya, nag-apply po siya uli, nakuha po ulit siya. Tapos hanggang ngayon ay ALT po siya dito sa Japan. So, ang saya po, no? So, for example, ang natapos mo lang dito ay 2 years or 3 years, and then after a couple of years, you can come back. So, depende na lang po siguro sa eligibility requirement when you will apply again. Tapos, next naman po, you have not lived in Japan for 6 or more years in total since 2014. And then, ito po, very important, if you have not declined a position on the program after receiving notification of assignment. So, for example, last year, nabigyan na po kayo ng offer, and then nabigyan na po kayo ng notification of assignment, pero nag-back out po kayo. So, you may not apply again unless you have a valid or inevitable reason for withdrawing. So, kung may mga unforeseen events po na nangyari last year at valid naman po, you can reapply. Regarding ma'am sa teaching demo, sila po ba yung nagbibigay ng topic? Ma'am, actually po, so, first screening po, no, after a couple of months, they will send you the results for the screening, first screening. Tapos, sasabihan na po kayo na mag-prepare ng about 8 to 10 minutes demo. So, kayo po yung pipili kung anong year level, kung anong topic. Tapos, kayo na rin po yung mag-aalat ng mga minutes. So, yung ginawa ko po noon, parang 1-minute review, tapos 1-minute motivation, tapos introduction, lesson proper, tapos may activity, tapos tie-up, tapos homework. Parang ganun po yung ginawa ko noon. Unfortunately, hindi naman po unfortunately, talagang sobrang kinabahan po ako during demo dahil pinastop po ako midway. So, akala ko talaga it was over. So, sabi ko, hala, what did I do wrong? So, sabi ko, hala, am I not good enough? Parang ganun po yung eksena. Pero, if ever po na makat kayo midway, midway or halfway, don't worry. So, siguro, satisfied na po sila sa nakita nila, ganyan. So, may possibility na kahit na-cut off po kayo sa gitna ng inyong presentation, ay kukunin pa rin po kayo. Yan. Yung topic ko po noon, adjectives. Very easy lang po, mga beautiful, ganyan. Pero of course, choose the topic you are most comfortable teaching. So, kahit general education po kayo, Ma'am Len, pwede po. Pwede nga rin pong, alphabet. So, next po. Thank you, Ma'am. Thank you rin po. So, next naman po, you should have a desire to proactively maintain relations with Japan. Kahit na po after your JET program contract. Tapos, next, you should obey all Japanese laws. Yan po. So, bawal po. Nakakatuwa lang po kasi dito sa Japan, bawal po. Of course, pati rin po sa iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo, bawal po ang magbike ng nakainom. Pero dito po sa Japan, it is considered as drunk driving. Yan. So, wag nyo pong subukan. Matitikitan po kayo. Mamumulta kayo. Tapos, next po. So, you should be ito po yung super nice. Sabi po dito, applicants with suspended jail term must have finished their period of probation by the time they submit their application form. So if you have criminal history, you should just finish your probation and then clear your record before you get to apply. So we can really attest na this program does not discriminate. So anybody can apply basta you are eligible talaga. And then you should be interested in Japanese education system. Kung mapupunta po kayo rito, you will really see the great difference of our curriculum to the Japanese curriculum. Pero of course, you should be interested to work in terms of or you should work the way they teach, kumbaga. And then, be interested in working with children. So, yung mga tuturuan po natin dito, they could be as young as kindergarten and then senior high school. Ito na po yung mga yung maraming nagtatanong, may age limit po ba ang JET program? So, wala pong age limit na indicated, but may but po siya. So, this is not coming from the Japanese embassy po ha. So, this is my additional information. So, there's no age limit, but I would like to tell you, the retirement age here in Japan is 65 years old. And then, 94% or 94% of the companies has retirement age and 70% set official cutoff by 60 years old. So, parang around 60 to 65 years old, hindi na po pinagtratrabaho o kaya naman retirement age na po ng mga Japanese. Yun po. Just a heads up. May question pa po ba kayo before I continue? So, medyo maiksi na lang po siya. Ayan. Kulang po pala yung ang haba pa po pala. Ito naman po yung mga additional evaluation points. So, magkakaroon po kayo ng additional points if you have the following. So, number 1, if you have bachelor's degree or higher in English or education. So, remember po kanina nung sinabi kong any bachelor's degree holder can apply. Pwede po, but you can have an edge over the other applicants if you have bachelor's degree related to English or education. Number 2, if you have PRC, yan, professional language teaching license or experience, especially in classroom setting. Number 3, if you have general teaching experience or qualification. So if you had experiences in ESL teaching, I bet it would be great to add it on your application. Then number 4, if you have Japanese language background or Japan study background. So if you passed JLPT, okay naman if you joined Japanese online courses, yan, better indicate it po. So do note na your Japanese skills will be tested during interview. And then if you have experience traveling or living in foreign countries. So I have chatted someone earlier, and she has one travel experience outside the Philippines. So that's very good po. You can add it on your application. So here are some notes. So your ability to use English language will be assessed based on your application, demo, interview, and exam. And then it also says here that the screening process will also involve a teaching demonstration in English and Nihongo conversation test. So maghanda na po kayo ng mga Q&A practice in Japanese. Like for example, what's your name? Mga ganon. Introduce yourself in Japanese. So, ito naman po yung mga application tips and reminders. So, number 1, read and follow the guidelines. So, sa pag-follow pa lang po ng mga guidelines, ito na po yung first test kung nakakaintindi po kayo ng mga instructions. Number 2, fill out the forms. So, it says here that it should be typewritten, except po yung signature na with ink. Number 3, write your statement of purpose. So, ito po talaga, this will be the heart of your application. Dito nyo po i-explain kung bakit Japan, bakit gusto nyo makapunta rito, ano ang maiko-contribute nyo sa JET program, ano yung i-contribute nyo in terms of teaching, paano nyo mapapabuti ang relations ng Japan and the Philippines, paano kayo magiging ambassador ng culture natin, parang ganon. So, talaga po, yung introduction nyo pa lang sa statement of purpose, dapat kabogable talaga. Unkabogable. Yan. Dapat malakas po yung impact. So, para pagbasa pa lang nila ng first few sentences, pak na itutuloy na nilang basahin. So, you need to read it lots of times. Ipa-proofread nyo po, ipabasa ninyo, or you can have some pieces of advice from your previous professors o kaya yung mga senpais po natin dito sa JET program. Hello! Hello! Sir Benji! Sayang po hindi po tayo nagkita. Mega love shout out po kay Sir Benji. Hi, Ma'am! Ma'am Donna, ano po yung vacation, travel in abroad, or work-related only? Kahit ano po, ma'am. Ma'am, Ma'am Wally. Wally po yung aking na remember. Yan. Yes po, ma'am. Razon. Vacation po, travel, or work-related. You can indicate it po sa travel experiences sa application form. Kayo po, pwede po bang ipa-proofread sa inyo? Yes po, pero hinay-hinay lang po ha. So last year po, na-overwhelm po ako sa mga nagpapa-proofread, pero chat me, Miss Wally, you know, you know the key. Yan po. So, ako naman po, whenever I proofread, yung mga napansin ko po sa mga previous SOPs, ito po ha, common lang po na napansin ko noon. Medyo po, wala po siyang smooth transition from first paragraph to second paragraph and then third paragraph. Parang yung dating po niya, ang dami po ninyong gustong sabihin na magaganda, of course, pero wala siyang smooth transition. So, yun po yung aking napapansin. Ayun po. Tapos, meron rin po akong mga nakikita noon na yung pinaka magandang part or yung highlight, nasa towards the end na. Parang mas maganda po yung talagang yung pinaka malakas yung impact, i-first nyo na kaagad. So, para siyang speaking, diba? Parang you will catch your audience's attention sa first few seconds ng inyong speech. Parang ganun na rin po siya sa essay. Dapat malakas po yung impact niya sa first pa lang. Tapos, next po, collect and complete your documents. And please make sure, wag nyo na pong isali yung mga hindi naman po ina-ask from you. Dahil kung may mga sinali po kayo, baka siya pa po yung ikabagsak ng first screening application ninyo. So, wag nyo na pong isali yung mga resumes, yung mga photos ninyo, yung headshots, yung mga extra letters of recommendation. So, dalawa lang po yung letters of recommendation. Yung mga certificate of attendance, yung mga appreciation, baka yung mga with honors ninyo, mga ganyan, huwag nyo na pong isali. Tapos, fifth, prepare a teaching plan for teaching demonstration. Prepare for the written exam and interview if you are selected. So, please make sure din po na huwag nyo pong tatawagan ang embassy or yung JICC to ask questions. So, actually po, sa website po ng Embassy of Japan in the Philippines regarding JET program, meron na po silang nilagay doon na frequently asked questions. So, if you have questions, might as well read na lang yung mga guidelines o kaya yung mga sagot doon para hindi po siya paulit-ulit. Tapos, please complete your application documents. Ito po, meron rin po yung mga nagtatanong, ilang sets po ba? So, 3 sets po siya. 1 set ng original documents and then 2 sets of photocopies. So, let's move on to guidelines and required documents. So, earlier this day, someone has brought up na hindi daw nila ma-download yung application form. So, I also visited the previous application website and true enough, hindi po siya downloadable. So, talagang hintayin na lang po natin yung official opening ng JET program this year para po ma-download po natin yung application form. So, siguro po may mga changes po doon. So, usually po, yung mga required naman po ay ito po yung application guidelines. Do not submit this document. Tapos, next po yung application form. So, this should be typewritten except for your signature. And then, meron din pong yung form appendices. Ito po yung mga extra, if you need extra spaces for your employment history, sa appendices na lang po siya. Tapos, meron rin pong information slip and agreement document submission. So, it says here, please print this document in A4. So, ito po yung napansin ko. even here in Japan, they are not fond of using short bond paper. They are fond of using A4. Tapos, meron na rin pong chart sheet, application, and then ito po, self-report of medical conditions. So, ito po, dito po nyo ilalagay yung mga ako po kasi noon, talagang wala po akong i-declare na sakit. Kaya hindi rin po ako kumuha ng statement of physician. So, for the self-report of medical conditions, it says here that all applicants are required to submit this form with their application. This must be typewritten except for the signature and printed in A4. So, usually po, dito po sa mga requirements, you should not change the font. Saka nag-indicate intended for 2024, kaya antayin na lang po yung for 2025. Yes po. Kasi kanina rin po, may kumukuha po sa akin ng application form for this year. So, I cannot give din po. So, it's really better to wait for the official. So, siguro po mag-open po siya September or October this year. So, last year po nag-open yung ating application ng September 13th and then nag-end po siya ng November 17th. So, talagang 2 months lang po talaga siya, no? So, kailangan within 2 months na yun makapagpasa po kayo ng mga requirements. Tapos, habang maaga pa lang po, mag-draft na po kayo ng mga statement of purpose. Tapos, mag-tap na po kayo ng mga possible people na makakapagsulat ng recommendation letters po ninyo. So, next po ay yung statement of purpose. Ito po ay 2 pages, double-spaced essay. So, you need to describe your motivation, purpose, and qualifications for your participation on the JET program. Tapos, ito na po yung sinasabi ko kanina, 2 letters of recommendations. So, they could be written by your professors, previous professors, or your advisors or supervisors. So, make sure po na yung magsusulat ng inyong letter of recommendations, sila po ay mga taong mag-highlight ng inyong skills, talents, capabilities, and your personality. So, yung talaga pong alam ninyo. So, ako po yung nagsulat po sa akin noon. So, I also worked in Peace Corps Philippines. So, isa po sa nag-recommend sa akin ay yung HR. Super bait po ni Miss Faye noon. Tapos, yung isa naman po, yung head teacher ng English sa aking previous school. So, talagang inintroduce ko na po sa kanila. Actually po, I never read their recommendation letters kasi nung time ko po, pwede pa po kami magpasa noon ng nakaseal sa envelope. Pero for the previous applications, they are requiring you not to remove the recommendation letters out of the envelopes. So, siguro mababasa niyo po. Pero sa akin po noon talagang hindi ko po nabasa. Pero before I approached them, I told them na, hey po, miss, I would like to apply po sa JET program. So, ang JET program po, nagsisend po sila ng teacher sa Japan. Super pangarap ko po siya. Gusto po pong ma-explore yung Japan, mag-share ng ating Philippine culture, mga ganon. So, ako na mismo yung nag-proactively introduce sa kanila bakit ko gusto ang Japan, bakit ko gustong makapunta dito sa JET, ay makapag-work sa JET program. So, I think it gave them idea about JET program and it gave them idea how important it is for me to get into this program. So, yun naman, parang tinitingnan ko nga po noon sa envelope, parang medyo mahaba-haba naman yung mga sinulat nila. Yun po. Letter of recommendation po ba naka-sealed? Last po, hindi po. Parang, yung, sabi po dito, if you're submitting a recommendation letter written in Japanese, you must attach an appropriate or approximate English translation with it. So, I believe po, Ma'am Razon, na ano po siya, unsealed na po siya. Kasi po, since you will be submitting 3 sets, so yung 1 set po ay original po, no? Tapos yung 2 sets ay photocopies. I believe na unsealed na po yung letter of recommendation para po makapag-photocopy po kayo ng dalawa to put them in the 2 other sets. Ayun po. And I think it was 2 years ago when the JET applicants were instructed to remove the recommendation letters from the envelope. So, talagang included na po siya sa sets. Ayun. Tapos, ito po yung college or university transcripts. So, ito naman po from all your colleges and universities. So, even if ilang units lang yung nakuha mo from this school, dapat included pa rin po yung OTR nyo from that school. So, if you don't pass the original, you can also pass certified true copies in lieu of originals. So, bear in mind po, lahat po ng ipapass natin, hindi na po sila maibabalik sa atin. So, kung hindi nyo po gustong i-submit yung original, then certified true copy na lang. Especially for the next requirement, proof of graduation, like diploma or certificate of graduation. So please do not pass your original diploma. I would advise you na yung certified true copy na lang. So ako po, pina-certify ko lang po yung aking diploma noon. Yung true copy ng aking diploma. And then last po ay proof of Philippine citizenship. So, example po ay passport. Please don't pass your passport. Dahil again, hindi po siya mai-re-return sa inyo. So, photocopy na lang po ng passport ninyo o kaya naman original copy ng inyong birth certificate. So, supplemental documents. So, for example, i-declare ninyo sa self-report of medical conditions na you have an existing illness, ganyan, o kaya you have had a medical history, you should attach a statement of physician. So, ito naman po, it is usually coming from a physician or doctor certifying that you are fit to work. And then, number 2, or the second supplemental document, would be your teaching certification. So you can get it from PRC. And then number 3, if you have TESOL or TEFL certification. Alam nyo po, dito sa TESOL certification, ito po based on my experience, I only got mine from Metro Deal. Noon, it was online and I got it for 599 pesos. Pero when I visited the Metro Deal, hindi na po sila nag-o-offer. So, it's too good to be true po, diba? But I took the TESOL online course on my own pace. And then, nabigyan naman po ako ng TESOL certificate na may barcode. Pero, if I were you, I think it would be better to get a TESOL certificate from a more credible institution. Yun po. And then lastly, not last, second to the last, Japanese language certification. So, if you have passed JLPT, and then last po is criminal history background check or NBI clearance kung meron po kayong relevant history. Ayun, so we are now down to the last part, how and when to submit the documents. So, of course, you have to submit it before the deadline, and you must submit it via post or courier. So, you can submit it through LBC, Grab Express, Lalamove, or you can hand it in person. So, ako po noon, sigurista. So, I went to Manila. I was with my mom noon. Kaya po sa expenses ko sa application, I spent 5,000 pesos for document gathering, and then my fare. I and my mom's fare going to Manila. Pero dito po nasabi dito na yung mag-a-accept po ng inyong documents, if you will hand it in person, it will be accepted by saan na yun? So it will be accepted by the security personnel. And it says here that you have to proceed to the back entrance of the Embassy of Japan, Lancaster Street, FB Harrison Street. So the embassy can only receive documents at the back entrance on weekdays, except holidays, from 9 to 12:30 and 1:30 to 4:30. So the security guards can refuse packages if you hand them outside the times or the allowed times. Ayan. So, ito po yung sample timeline noong nakaraan. So, just to give you an idea. So, for the first screening, so yung application, September to November. Tapos, yung first screening result na isent through email ng January. Tapos, late February naman yung interviews. Tapos, late March or early April yung results ng interview. Tapos, May ang results ng placement or release of placement. And then, August na yung departure. Pero, yung mga incoming jet participants for 2024, they will come here in July. Yes po, in July. It would be on July 17th. So, nagbabago po slightly yung mga dates. Grabe, ang haba po ng ating pinag-usapan. Isang oras. But, again po ang discuss ko po ay yung previous application. So, please follow the FB page of the Embassy of Japan in the Philippines and wait for the official opening ng JET program application this year. So, I am guessing it would open in September or October.